What overtime levels should we plan for during commissioning and startup?
That's something your team needs to discuss internally and decide what level is acceptable for your situation. And obviously, one of the considerations there is your project objectives. Are you a schedule-driven project? Of course, by the time it gets to commissioning and startup, almost all projects are. But your team needs to sit down, look at the period of time from commissioning through startup and ongoing operation, and decide what is the maximum level of overtime that we're willing to have our people work for an extended period of time. And then don't forget contingency planning in the event that you have to carry that schedule longer than what you expect. In my personal experience for my projects, we would typically combine 4 shifts into 3. That builds in 40% overtime into your schedule. And that's a schedule that I've run for several months with manageable problems. I don't say no problems, because if you're building 40% into your shift schedule, you're going to have some individuals that are probably working 50 or 60% overtime. And for an extended period of time, my personal feeling is that's just too much. But I think, again, in my own experience, my projects were schedule driven, and we really were not comfortable building in a schedule with more than 40% overtime. Let me just add one more thing. The one place where I would deviate from that on my projects was in the control room. For startup, not for commissioning and startup. For commissioning, they were on the same schedule. The control room people were on the same schedule as everybody else. But for startup, being new technology projects, we wanted to make sure that we were not stretching them too far. And so we doubled them up. We combined the 4 shifts into 2 shifts. That means you have no days off. The problem with that is you don't want to work that kind of schedule for any extended period at all. But fortunately, within 2 or 3 days, we were always able to